I'm the Chief of Police for Panama City. My name is spelled M-A-R-K, S-M-I-T-H.
All right, and then I know there's only so much that you can tell us, so.
You ready?
Yes.
So last night, on Tuesday night, Veterans Day, around 7:30 p.m., our agency, the Panama City Police Department, received a call in reference to shots fired in the area of Jenks Avenue, just south of 10th Street, at a office complex. Officers responding to the scene did find a victim that had succumbed to gunshot wounds, and the vehicle that the victim was operating had struck the building of the office complex. The victim did work in that office complex and was leaving for the evening, going home. Everything that we have at this point indicates that this was a targeted event on the victim. The victim is maybe in her early 50s, white female that was shot. Can't release her name right yet at this moment. We're still making notification to family and friends. Is a local individual and longtime local. We are actively still on the scene and still have that area blocked off. Investigators are still down there working the scene as well as crime scene. We have recovered video that we are in the current processing that video. We would like to reach out to anybody that lives in that area of 10th and Jenks. If you have video that has something maybe captured on it in the alley or on Jenks, if you will make contact with us, if we haven't already spoken with you, we would like to come and see the video that you have to see how it correlates to the incident that we are currently investigating. I know that Panama City Beach last night had an incident involving somebody being shot, and then Springfield has had one this morning involving somebody shot. We have no tie between those two events and our current event that we are looking at. These are three isolated events, and so this is not a random spree. And in each one of these events, I think each agency would tell you that they are particular to the victims and isolated and targeted as to who was shot. I'm limited at this point as to what else I can really put forward to you. We are actively searching. Panama City Police Department, the Bay County Sheriff's Department, Florida Highway Patrol, the United States Marshal Service, and ATF are all working hand in hand on this investigation with us. If you came by the scene last night, you probably would have noticed there was probably somewhere between 40 and 50 law enforcement officers down there working this case, and that is still actively going on right now as we're chasing down all the leads.
Do you have any leads for a suspect specifically?
We have leads that we are working, and we have, like I said, we have recovered some video footage, and we are working through that video footage, but I'm not ready to release any names at this point.
And is there any reason to believe that there's a current threat to the public?
No, I do not believe. Everything that we have would indicate this was a targeted event.
Was the shooting fatal?
Yes.
And did you want to just reiterate that you guys are still, if somebody has a video to share with you?
We would encourage the public that if you have some information, whether it is even if it's something that you've heard from a neighbor, please call us. If you notice that there was strange activity even out of your animals, during the night, like someone cut through your yard, please give us a call. Let us come and investigate. Let us follow up. A lot of times we solve these cases is simply by somebody dropping something, even, as they're fleeing away, or where they stood and smoked cigarettes and threw the cigarette butts on the ground. There's lots of other things that can help solve a case and that we can work with. So I would encourage anybody, no matter how small you think it may be, give us a chance to, at least come look at it and communicate with you and follow up on this.
So the targeting, I know you can't release specific details, but we know what kind of lead we have on that? Like, is it personal in nature, business, crime, finances?
We don't know yet as to why somebody would target her. all of the contact that we've had of people that know her and the family that we have been able to speak about to and associates say she was well admired and well liked in the community, and they just are absolutely stunned that something like this could happen to her. So we are, like I said, still trying to sort through that part of it too. It is, a tragic incident that we have been timelessly working on for about 14 hours now.
Was the firearm recovered?
No, not yet.
And as you guys continue to work on that, that is going to remain a closed crime scene.
It is. We probably will hold the crime scene at least for a few more hours, just because we want to make sure that we're not missing anything. We worked it the best we could in the dark, and essentially what's happening is being worked a second time in the daylight now, just redoing everything again to make sure that we don't find something in the light that we were missing in the dark.
And I know you said that you guys have been working it for the last 14 hours. Would you say that you guys communicated to those people, businesses, and homes in the nearby area that there was either no public threat or just
We
letting
knocked
them know
on
what was
every
going on?
door for blocks around there, walked the alleys, walked the yards, ran tags to try to be able to come up with some other means of making contact with people. Even if you weren't home, we were talking to your neighbors of, do you know who lives in that house? Do you have their phone number? We've done everything that we could for several blocks north, south, east, and west of their businesses and homes, trying to locate any information, as well as it was quite apparent to everybody down there. Most of them, they weren't that hard to find because they were standing outside to look to see what we were doing, because the police cars were lined for about 4 city blocks down Jenks Avenue and the side streets.
Have there been any alert bays sent out?
Not that I'm aware of.
And how many officers were at the crime scene and are investigating this event?
I would say somewhere between 40 and 50.
Were you able to recover any spent rounds that could speak to what the ammunition used was?
We know what the ammunition was, yes, we do have. We have that. I'm not going to release that at this moment.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
This